Nature's unexpected partnerships, symbiotic relationships in the animal kingdom. The wonders of nature are explored in this video, showcasing fascinating examples of symbiotic relationships in the animal kingdom. These intricate connections between different species highlight the interconnectedness of life on Earth and reveal the delicate balance of ecosystems. Remoras and large marine animals, marine-marine partnership. Remoras, also known as suckerfish, attach to large marine animals like whales and manta rays using suction fins. They benefit by gaining transport, protection, and food scraps, while the larger animal benefits from the remora's cleaning services, removing parasites and dead tissue. This is called a mutualism, a type of symbiotic relationship where two species benefit from interacting with each other. Humpback whales and marine birds, marine-air partnership. Humpback whales and marine birds, like shearwaters, have a commensal relationship. The whales benefit the birds by creating opportunities to feed on fish, while the birds don't significantly impact the whale's overall well-being. This partnership often involves the birds following the whales and taking advantage of the food sources the whales stir up or leave behind. Here's a more detailed explanation. This relationship is a type of symbiosis, where one species benefit, while the other is neither harmed nor helped. Humpback whales, particularly during bubble net feeding, can create a flurry of activity that dislodges fish from the water, creating easy meals for opportunistic seabirds like great shearwaters. While the birds don't actively assist the whales, their presence can sometimes help humans locate the whales by following the birds. Humpback whales and shearwaters often feed in the same areas and on similar prey like sand lance, leading to the birds following the whales and feeding on the scraps. This technique, where whales release bubbles to trap fish, creates a concentrated food source that birds can easily access. Surgeonfish and sea turtles, marine-marine partnership. Surgeonfish are vibrant, tropical reef fish, known for their distinctive sharp spines on either side of their tail. These spines, resembling a surgeon's scalpel, are used for defense and aggression. Surgeonfish are herbivorous, feeding primarily on algae. They have laterally compressed, oval-shaped bodies with a small mouth and a single, continuous dorsal fin. The surgeonfish establish cleaning stations near coral reefs, where they nibble on algae and other organisms that may be attached to the sea turtle's shell. The fish obtain a nutritious meal by consuming the algae and other hitchhikers. On the other hand, the turtles benefit from having smoother shells, which reduces drag and allows them to swim more easily, particularly during their long migrations. This forms a mutualism relationship, where both the turtle and the fish benefit from the interaction. Clownfish and sea anemones, marine-marine partnership. The relationship between clownfish and sea anemones is a classic example of mutualism, a symbiotic relationship where both species benefit. Clownfish are protected from predators by the anemone's stinging tentacles, while the clownfish provide the anemone with nutrients, help with water circulation, and deter anemone-eating fish. Here's a more detailed breakdown. The anemone's stinging tentacles deter most predators from attacking the clownfish and provide a haven for clownfish, allowing them to breed and raise their young. Clownfish sometimes scavenge food scraps from the anemone's meals. On the other hand, clownfish chase away fish that might try to eat the anemone's tentacles. The fish also provide nutrients. Clownfish waste, particularly nitrogen-rich waste, fertilizes the anemone, aiding its growth and reproduction. The clownfish, through their movements, also help circulate water around the anemone, bringing in nutrients and oxygen. Oxpeckers and large mammals, air-land partnership. Oxpeckers, a type of bird, feed on parasites and ticks on the skin of large mammals like rhinos and zebras. The relationship between oxpeckers and large mammals is primarily a mutualistic one, where both species benefit. Oxpeckers eat parasites, like ticks and flies off the mammals, providing a food source for the birds and reducing the parasite load on the mammals. However, the relationship isn't always purely beneficial, as oxpeckers have also been observed to reopen wounds and drink blood, potentially impacting the mammal's health. Cattle egrets and buffalo, airland partnership. Cattle egrets are known to follow large grazing animals, such as buffalo, cattle, and horses. As the buffalo move, they stir up insects from the ground and vegetation, making them easily accessible to the egrets. The egrets benefit from this relationship by obtaining a food source, insects, without harming the buffalo. The buffalo are not affected by the egrets, neither positively nor negatively. While the primary relationship is commensal, it can sometimes transition to mutualism. If the egrets also remove ticks from the buffalo's hide, they are providing a service that benefits both species, as ticks can carry diseases. This relationship can be seen in various locations, including pastures, grasslands, and even in areas where buffaloes are domesticated. Humpback whales and marine birds, marine air partnership. Humpback whales and marine birds, like shearwaters, have a commensal relationship. The whales benefit the birds by creating opportunities to feed on fish, while the birds don't significantly impact the whale's overall well-being. This partnership often involves the birds following the whales and taking advantage of the food sources the whales stir up or leave behind. Here's a more detailed explanation. This relationship is a type of symbiosis, where one species benefit, while the other is neither harmed nor helped. Humpback whales, particularly during bubble net feeding, can create a flurry of activity that dislodges fish from the water, creating easy meals for opportunistic seabirds like great shearwaters. While the birds don't actively assist the whales, their presence can sometimes help humans locate the whales by following the birds. Humpback whales and shearwaters often feed in the same areas and on similar prey like sand lance, leading to the birds following the whales and feeding on the scraps. This technique, where whales release bubbles to trap fish, creates a concentrated food source that birds can easily access. Boxer crabs and anemones, marine partnership. Boxer crabs use sea anemones as a form of defense, carrying them in their claws like boxing gloves. The anemone's stinging tentacles provide protection against predators, while the crab, in turn, feeds the anemones and may even split them into two to ensure a consistent supply. Here's a more detailed explanation. When threatened, the boxer crab will use the sea anemones as a weapon, waving them in horizontal motions to deter predators. If directly attacked, the crab will adopt a boxing stance and jab with the anemone-clad claws. The crab also feeds the sea anemones, sometimes even utilizing the anemone's stinging tentacles to capture food and then sharing the spoils. This relationship is a classic example of symbiosis, where both the crab and anemone benefit from the association. The crab gains protection and possibly food, while the anemone is transported to new areas, potentially finding more food and shelter. Some boxer crab species, like Libia tessellata, even appear to manipulate their sea anemones. They may split a single anemone into two, potentially ensuring a consistent supply of boxing gloves and increasing the anemone population, as each split anemone can regenerate. Bees and flowers partnership. Bees and flowers have a mutually beneficial partnership where bees help flowers reproduce through pollination, and in return, the flowers provide bees with food in the form of nectar and pollen. This relationship is crucial for both the survival of plant species. Bees visit flowers to collect nectar and pollen, which they use as food for themselves and their young. As bees move from flower to flower, they inadvertently transfer pollen grains from one plant to another. This transfer of pollen is essential for fertilization, allowing plants to produce seeds and fruits. Bees are particularly effective pollinators because they visit many flowers during the day, maximizing pollen transfer. Flowers provide bees with a readily available source of food, nectar, and pollen. Bees help plants reproduce by facilitating pollination, which allows them to produce seeds and fruits. This relationship is an example of symbiosis, where two different species benefit from their interaction. Bees and flowers have co-evolved over time, meaning that the traits of each species have influenced the evolution of the other. For example, flowers have evolved to attract bees with bright colors, specific shapes, and scents. Bees, in turn, have developed specialized adaptations, such as pollen baskets on their legs, to efficiently collect and carry pollen. Egyptian plover bird and crocodile marine air partnership. The Egyptian plover, also known as the crocodile bird, is a unique wader known for its striking black and white markings and its association with crocodiles. It's a small, robust bird, about 19 to 21 centimeters long, with a distinctive black crown, eye mask, and breast band against a white head and orange underparts. Its upper parts are blue-gray, and its legs are also blue-gray. While most animals and birds stay far away from apex predators like the Nile crocodile, this fearless, beautiful, relatively small bird finds safe haven inside crocodile's wide-open mouth. The relationship between the Egyptian plover bird and crocodiles is a classic example of mutualism, a symbiotic relationship where both species benefit. The plover bird, sometimes called the crocodile bird, is thought to feed on parasites and leftover food in the crocodile's mouth, providing the crocodile with a free dental cleaning. In return, the plover bird gets a meal and protection from predators. The crocodile benefits from having its teeth cleaned, reducing the risk of infection and dental problems. The plover bird benefits by having a source of food and a safe, protected environment. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the Nature's Wondrous Bliss channel for more in-depth and educational contents on nature from around the world.